Hello friends, this is Sanjeev Kaushik and welcome to my channel Methodical Trades. In this video, I want to talk about head and shoulders. You see, this is one of those patterns which is very commonly known, very easy to spot, very easy to trade because of predetermined levels of entries and exits. And at the same time, this is also a pattern that forms a lot more often than many other patterns, right? But there's one thing about head and shoulders that I want to cover in this video, which is going to be helpful for you if you are a beginner. And secondly, if you didn't know about identifying the levels on head and shoulders using the method that I'm going to share. All right, let's get started. And the stock that I'm going to cover is Vulcan. It's a mining stock listed in Australia. And what you would see, of course, is this very small left shoulder, this head, and this is right shoulder. Now, what's the convention when it comes to identifying the targets? People say you estimate the height of the head, and that should be your target, right? So if you would have shorted at this level, what you would do is you would estimate the height of this head. Now, this stock made a high of 16 back in 2021, and it went down from 16 levels to 5 levels. So if you're someone who has been calculating your target based on the actual magnitude or the height of the head, then what should be your target? It fell from 16 to 5, so that should be a drop of 11 points. But if you look at the level at which this stock is trading, it's trading at $4. If it falls down by another 11 points, it means you should be looking at a level of -7 on this stock. Not possible, right? So how do you estimate your targets for these kind of situations? And this is not an uncommon situation. It happens a lot. Firstly, the way we calculate the head height, there's nothing wrong with it, right? But there are actually two ways of calculating the height of the head. The number one is the actual magnitude, the absolute levels, which is 11 in this case. And the other criteria is you look at the percentage drop. So in this example, the percentage drop is much better suited to identify the levels after shorting this stock rather than going with an 11 level of absolute drop, which will bring this stock to -7. Doesn't make sense, right? So how the percentage works is, so the stock dropped to this level, 16 to 5, that's roughly a drop of 70%, right? Now, if you're going to short it from the 5 levels, you estimate what would be your target based on 70% drop from there. So a 70% drop from the levels of 5 would mean that the stock will lose another $3.5. And our target in this case would be 1.5. I hope you understand that, right? So from 16 to 5, just to repeat, it dropped 70%. And I hope my math is right. Even if my math is wrong, at least you would know the logic, and this is the most important part. And if it fell to 5 by 70%, then from there onwards, you calculate another 70%. And that's going to be your drop to 1.5 level, or in other words, a drop of 3.5 points from the levels of 5, right? Now you may ask, which is a better way of computing your targets when trading on head and shoulders? There's absolutely no right or wrong answers here. If you always want to go to the absolute numbers and then sometimes switch to percentages, you can do that. Or if you always want to do percentages, never the numbers, you can also do that. But be mindful of not just blindly applying one logic to all the target computations. No, sometimes maybe percentage works better, sometimes the absolute numbers work better. But most important part is that you should know both the logics, right? The other way we can do it is we can do both, right? If again the results are not coming to be too exorbitant or not coming out to be negative, as in this case, and then you can consider taking half of your profits off when one of the targets arrive, be it based on percentage or absolute number, and then let the position run. And when the next target arrives, then you can consider exiting. So really, when it comes to technical analysis, when it comes to trading, it's not so much about certainties, but about probabilities, right? So we are assuming that based on statistical analysis of this pattern, we should expect a drop of 70% as in this example, right? Which means the stock can go to 1.5. Will it go there? I have no idea. But at least I know that logically I have identified my levels correctly. That's how it should work. Will it go down to 3 and then it would reverse from there and never go back to the levels below 3 again? I don't know. But at least we know what we are doing. So this is one concept when it comes to head and shoulders that people more often get wrong, and I thought I should share it with you in this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you soon.